Look at you now, boy. Look at you now. Before the Bell podcast, slamming all comers. Bloodlines, crime time, real bath water. The boy's mind burns a CT. On your way to the count, 1, 2, 3. For the Bell podcast. Before the Bell podcast. Bell ringers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. What is that? Before the Bell. Who am I? Main event CT. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We are coming off of an epic Money in the Bank PLE in LA. Two of my guys went. You understand? I can't wait to hear about it because I'm just fresh off the plane, so I don't even know what they're going to say. I'll tell you what, though. The after show is going to be full of stories that I cannot wait to hear, and is exclusively on our Patreon. So if you want to hear those exclusive stories, you want to subscribe to the patreon.com/Before the Bill podcast. In the meantime, we got a lot of people that's in the room right now. We also have a lot of people who watched last episode, the premiere of last episode, and gave their super chats while the episode was airing. And I would like to start out by telling these people thank you. My brother 215 for $9.99 says, first time catching y'all live. I definitely look up to y'all, and hopefully I can get on y'all level. Shout out to CT Burns and Milk Tyson. That's unnecessary. Thank you, brother 215. Most 072, also $9.99, says, do you guys think TKO is ruining WWE? Everything seems like a money grab. The R-Truth release is crazy. Can't wait to get to that. Even more, Sandra Moore, $10, says, how do y'all feel about The Miz getting released? We're going to discuss it. Marcel Laviolette, $10, says, first time live viewer, brothers plus wrestling equals amazing content. I was expecting Marty to be dressed like K Quick. I wish the event was in Houston. It sounds awesome. Keep up the good work. And with that being said, I want to introduce my partner in crime. This guy's a legend. I don't know if you heard, because maybe y'all don't pay attention to the streets. I pay attention to the streets. Y'all might call him Chris. I'll call him the Shirt Goat. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dark Attack. How are you, bro?
They were going crazy in LA.
You know
we posted the video.
You know what we need, bro?
What do we need?
You got to pre-record that.
See, why'd you say that? I was going to do that.
Were you?
I was going to do that and have him play it.
Yeah.
So that they can hear it while I'm doing my thing, so I don't have to do it every week.
You're too cool.
I don't have to do it every week
No.
anyway. I hear it from all around the world. All around. They're still going.
It's still going right now.
It's still going right now.
Yeah, man.
It's incredible.
How are you?
I'm outstanding.
The shirt is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Oh,
Come on.
Where do you get this stuff?
Come on.
Also, it also requires you to maintain your weight.
Listen.
because
When it comes to vintage, extra large, that's not a thing for
it's
real.
not a thing.
No. Because if you ever look back, if you ever watched like WrestleMania 3 or something like that, if you was fat, you know what I mean? You still just put the shirt on. You want to talk about like this glow? Like it was like if I put a shirt over this globe right here. That's how just people wore it. Just
Yes.
you know what I mean? They weren't worried about what their body type said to the rest of the world. It was like one size fits all, even though it wasn't for real.
What it said to the rest of the world.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, this is what they had at the merch stand. This is what I'm going to squeeze into.
Speaking of squeezing in, I want to make sure we squeeze these amazing people in here.
Oh, yeah.
We got a couple of super chats that started the show. Want to make sure that we shout you guys out. SETI Low Production, $9.99. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I love this podcast. Don't want to jump ahead, but I was so, hey, don't do it. Then don't do it. Hit the next one, Mark. John DeBro, $9.99. Woo! What's up, fellas?
What's up, fellas? Need to get CT and Martin to do a comedy show in Columbus, Ohio. Only two things: Naomi and Ron killings. Jacob on the low is all I want to talk about.
Oh, we're gonna talk.
Plenty to talk
Hey,
about.
if you want to do the comedy show, we'll talk about that. You know, reach out to Martin. Do not negotiate with him. I don't know how great his negotiation skills are, but we will discuss it. In the meantime, man, Money in the Bank.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Witness the power of blackness. We
Took the
put
words right out of
upon
my
you curses for all that betrayed before the bell, for all that betrayed our truth in Naomi, for all that betrayed me, Papa Margot. In fact, you, Christopher Burns, you have played
Why you mess with your pants? What's on
too
me?
long.
Is that a voodoo doll?
Is that me?
It is, Christopher.
It's a little dark for you.
You are the architect after all.
Okay, that's
true.
fair. That's fair.
So,
This thing.
until you do right by me, Christopher,
Sealy?
What is happening?
I curse all of the peas that are important to you.
All the peas?
Your pituitary gland.
Oh,
Straight in the head, huh?
yeah, right.
Your
Look where he's holding it.
pockets.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Get off it.
So he gonna be sweating. He gonna be broke with the pockets.
Yeah.
And
No, don't say it.
your
Don't. I just-
private.
Oh.
Do right by me, Christopher Burns, or your life will burn.
You look like Super Jig. Like, yeah. Like you are like the
Mm.
most stereotypical black superhero I've ever seen in my entire life. It's pretty interesting.
You do a lot with the face paint.
Yeah.
I want to
yeah.
give you credit. I want to give you your flowers for stepping outside of the norm always. I love that we have this show that you are able to just be free and there's no punchline coming. I know how you're looking at me.
He's waiting.
He's waiting for it.
Yeah.
There's no punchline coming. I just love that you're able to do all of this, man. This is the dream of anybody who grew up watching wrestling.
It's definitely Martin's dream because his face is white.
Martin.
What?
One more.
We talking.
He getting another pin for
Oh,
you.
no, I got it. All right. You gotta open a little thing.
Oh.
This is a white pin for you, Christopher.
All right.
Right where you need it most. Your
Okay.
posterior.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna talk about that.
That's a story for
There's
Patreon.
a Patreon story. But yeah. Martin was, whew,
Let's talk about it, man. First, let's begin with saying incredible Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Raw and SmackDown, solid. Everything that we saw led up to this. But now we are at Money in the Bank.
You all right?
Did you have a moment?
You know what did it?
What?
It's just him reacting as it was happening. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Money in the Bank.
Yes.
First match is the women's. Actually, do you guys want to talk about AAA first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Number one, Misty Iguana.
Yeah.
That is the guy.
Literally the most over person of the weekend.
Wow.
Mr. Iguana.
Yes.
What are we?
The minute he popped the iguana puppet up on his shoulder with his foot, I said, "Yeah, I'm sold." Put him on Raw.
Yeah. I mean, I have nothing. I'm in nothing but agreement.
He was over in the crowd too. Like if
Yeah.
they shot to him after the show.
Brother, no, the crowd was mostly WWE fans.
Yeah.
Even like WWE people were saying this.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, Triple H is very local to what it is. But so many people showed up and having no prior knowledge of this man. He was a star.
Wow.
You understand me? Like when Stephanie Vaquer debuted and
Yeah.
she was just a star,
She
even though
was,
people didn't realize this man, I don't even think he really needed to wrestle like that.
No.
You know what I mean? He was just like, everyone I talked to is like super pleased by his reception, and we may see a lot more of him coming up soon.
What happens now that
Even the fact that he even got a pop at Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, what happens now that WWE has acquired AAA? Is it just going to stay its own entity, or are they going to be merged? Like, remember when WCW was
Yeah.
acquired? Are they going to be brought into NXT and WWE?
So I heard Conan talk about this, and he says that it's going to remain separate.
Oh,
Like it's business as usual, just with
Mhm.
more money behind the presentation.
okay.
Like the setup was very WWE NXT, you know what I mean, which is where they want to end up, but now they hop, skipped, and jump to that because they got the money behind them. So it's going to be like that, but the wrestling is still going to be traditional Lucha Libre, but with obviously NXT and WWE people down there from time to time.
Got you.
Because I thought the first match was incredible.
Yeah.
The main event,
Oh my God.
unbelievable. Real hoops.
The fact that Chad Gable appeared later with that giant Bugs Bunny like head lump, I said, "Oh, they're about to put this man in a mask. We're gonna see a little bit of a thing here." I was like, oh. Yeah, man. They give Chad Gable $1 million more on his contracts, man.
Hey, Martin, it's time, man. Drop the voice, man. We out of there,
I'm
baby.
about to say, because you're gonna need a losenge in like 2 to 3
A
minutes.
lozenge.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Martin, we need to start setting. We need to implement rules. When you're doing these characters, you come in, you cut your promo.
Yeah.
We say about 2-3 sentences.
Totally.
You back to Martin.
Yeah, because
All
this
right?
umfume voice that you're using is
Why you
it's
looking
tough
at
to
me?
follow. It's tough to follow.
That's crazy. Hey, man, Martin be getting it from all angles, bro.
Which is a story we'll talk about on Patreon.
What is wrong with this man?
I'm telling you, it was
Man.
crazy.
I don't only have so many pens
yeah.
to curse you upon.
Yeah.
What else from AAA stood out to you guys? I didn't get a chance to watch AAA because of the weekend, but keep going.
Sure. I mean, I was just impressed. Like, I mean, they mean it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I got. It wasn't just we bought it, and we probably steal some talent, and we're gonna, I mean, look, which may be the case later on down the road, but like they were fully behind this thing. They had the WWE AAA branded merchandise. You know what I'm saying? They had the full presentation. They had, you know what I mean? Just everything. It was just like big time.
Yeah.
I can't believe that many people filled up the forum to watch a AAA show.
I mean, but you gotta understand, this is Los Angeles. This is not Ohio or even to say Florida.
Yeah.
This is LA, and California belongs to the Latinos. I don't know if you know.
I mean, absolutely.
So
truly.
Of course they're gonna show up and show out.
So I wonder though, does this become an annual thing, and would you continue to do it in LA, or is it possible to do this in a Texas or what are the markets because they're surviving?
Every Latin market. You got Texas, you got Florida, you got Northern California. You could even do the Midwest, Chicago-ish area.
Yeah.
You could do that. Up in New York. So you have territories where you can do it and it'll be successful. Yeah. Speaking of successful, these super chats have been coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, thank y'all for your hard-earned money donations. You have no idea how much this helps us because Mark is the man and he is on our backs and we have to pay a lot of money to be in the studio. So we thank you. Please hit those super chats, Mark. Don't put that on you.
Is
place
it free?
ain't free, right?
Is it free all of a sudden?
Hit the chats. Hey, come on, want to see some stuff.
Kindle Buster for $9.99.
Yeah.
I bet Martin coming in is our true. He did that already. He did that last week.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah.
What was that? John Solo Dolo, $85 to $10 says, "Hey, this weekend was crazy before the bell for life. Papa Margot is wild."
John DeBro, $9.99. Yeah. Not Papa Mongo. I can't wait. What the hell?
Oh boy. Retrix Kami for $10.
Yeah.
Beware the Wheatago. I guess I haven't forgotten about the no wheat.
No wheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was just a week ago.
When it's not wheat bread, it's like white bread, right?
What?
When it's not wheat bread, it's generally white bread, right?
No, I only eat wheat bread.
Do you?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
buy that.
I don't buy that.
I don't
for a second. I know I've seen some Wonder packages when I've been at your apartment for sure.
First off, why would I have little packages of Wonder
bread?
Yeah, who has little packages of
It's
those?
not little. I'm not.
You said so you think I buy?
No, I said the bread was
bulk?
empty. Yeah, the bread package was empty.
Why would I leave it out? None of this makes sense in this scenario.
In the trash can?
Why are you going through my trash can?
Who said it was going through the trash can?
Mark.
You just said you were.
I said I saw it.
That makes no sense.
Sitting in a garbage can? Mark. I can't see it. Look at you.
John Ryan, $50.
Oh my God.
Oh, snap. John Ryan says, yes. What up, bell ringers? First of all, the truth shall set you free. Second, CT, You can save this question for the SmackDown recap, but who wore it better, Solo or Seth? That is a very good question. Also, shout out to the Blastoise boys. Squirt, squirt, squirt. Hashtag blast off. Yeah, Chris.
I don't know who that is.
Hey, apparently that's an independent tag team.
I don't know.
That's me and Chris, man.
I've never been.
Because CT was on that week, but Chris said we're the Blastoise
I've
boys.
never
It was
been
like a thing he
affiliated with such
established.
things.
You know, he's got that Squirtle in him, you know?
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Which one of us is moist right now?
Not, what?
King 316 $10.
This is the third time I've seen Martin did face paint, and it's flawless. Much love to the pod.
Yeah. Who did this? Did you do it?
No, shout out Shane Hartline, man. He helped me out.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought his name up. Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
I and we do not support the views and opinions against Chris Van Vliet that this dude dropped a promo.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
middle of the show.
100%. No. That's
I
all.
say, what's up with your boy,
That's
bro?
all him. That's all him.
No,
Man.
they're friends. That's not.
All right, cool.
There's a lot of butt sucking proposed.
Crazy.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Marcel is it LaViolet or is it La Violette?
Probably LaViolet.
Let's go LaViolet.
Let's go
Yeah,
LaViolet.
that sounds
right.
That's,
Yeah.
all right, I'm
Yeah.
trying to spice it up.
That was a lot of spice.
Get a
on
little
it.
spice on it.
Says, it should have been Marty Shango. That sounds stupid. He using powers of snow bunnies. All right. Last name is pronounced
See what
Oh,
LaViolet.
happens.
Okay, so we were right.
Nice.
Where do Burns get the shirts from? CT salute.
Salute to you, brother.
Hey, man. If I gave away my secrets, how do you impress them with the magic?
That's
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, you can't.
how do you impress them with the
If they
magic?
know how it's done, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
That's
you
real.
thinking?
Absolutely.
That's what you're doing.
Using the pituitary gland. I gotta think a little bit deeper.
Another pen?
yeah.
Why are the pens going deeper?
Because he was using his pituitary gland, man.
Mm.
Why am I naked?
No clothes on that dog.
You know what I mean? And you just all he was, man, you crazy.
You know what I love is when you get confronted with questions.
Folds. All of a sudden,
Whoa,
so it's our dog paddle.
man.
What?
Martin, come on, I got you.
It's like you don't be expecting nobody.
Well, why would you ask? What voodoo doll is clothed?
I've
There
seen
are a
several.
lot.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like the one in what's the movie with David Allen Greer?
If you have a reference, then that shows.
No, but they weren't voodoo dolls. They were just evil dolls.
Well, the Tales from the
Tales from
Crypt.
the
I mean,
Hood.
Tales from the
Tales
Hood.
from the
had
Hood,
It was a
paper.
piece of paper. He
Yeah.
drew them.
Okay. well,
Daniel Jones, $9.99.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Before the Bell fam. Had a great B-Day on Saturday. Happy
happy
belated
birthday.
birthday.
Hey, happy
Was lit in the Discord. Martin, your Wakanda accent and your anti-Robert Downey Jr. white face.
Yeah.
What?
We have an amazing birthday story for the Patreon, man.
I can't wait, man.
I can't
I'm
wait to
excited.
get to it. I really can't.
Go
You're
ahead,
a sick
Martin.
man.
I have a lot to say.
What's that?
XOXO?
Yeah, as XOXO 1234.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can do that. Says, damn it, I tuned in late only to see the most hilarious yet somewhat frightening figure from my childhood.
True.
All right.
And thank you, Sandra Moore. We see you.
Pound
go ahead.
414 Russ. Is this a phone number? 999.
Yeah.
Yo, CT, Martin, and Chris, I just want to say I love the show. Y'all have me dying every week. The chemistry, the jokes, the wrestling takes it like the Shield. If the Shield was all comedy and no PEDs.
That's a fact.
Facts.
Absolutely.
That
Thank
is
you.
a fact. Appreciate you,
Yes, thank
Sandra.
Yeah. Love Mystery
Absolutely. I can definitely see him being a good gimmick for the kids, and that's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
would love to see him.
Wait till the
called up.
puppets start getting merchandise.
Oh, dog.
Oh, so many puppets.
Money,
It's going to go crazy.
JB for hire, excuse me, $9.99.
Yes.
Mr. Iguana versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. Book it, Sean.
That means in this scenario, he's changed bookers.
Yeah.
He's right.
Right, he coming up.
Facts.
David Allen for 1999 says,
Hey, yo.
could have sworn Martin was the doll from Saw 4. And one more thing, look up Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest, then look at Burns.
Oh, that was a sneak shot.
You know, it's interesting. People have said I've looked like Q-Tip. People say I look like Nas. In either scenario, I'm doing okay, I feel like. Q-Tip got the fucking... Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
See, he dropped an in
Wow.
earlier.
Because
got an F.
he got to make out with Janet Jackson. So when I'm very passionate
True.
about Janet Jackson. So when
Oh,
I said it...
I didn't know
you
that.
Yeah, come on now.
Janet Jackson, huh?
First concert I ever went to.
To this
Would you
day.
have been strapped up to the the unk chair that she has to like when she's doing the when she straps up the unks to get the poison out of them? You know what I'm talking about?
All right, what's
I
the
can
next
see
one we got?
Q-Tip. I can see Q-Tip
Do
for
you,
you.
wait, do you not know what I'm talking about? When
No.
Janet Jackson would do the concert, she'd have the dudes like strapped to the thing. She like grind on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't do that.
Would I? Yeah, I do it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That was the whole question.
It was just.
It wasn't like a gotcha.
You ever
Nobody said it was.
You ever drive to the end of a cul-de-sac and be like, "Oh, damn, I need to." There's nothing. I gotta turn around because there's nowhere else to go.
I was just asking a question. We're talking about. I thought we were talking about Janet Jackson.
Well, yeah.
Fond memories, concerts.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want to know what Morrow would do, because boy, oh boy, he would stop at nothing. Tune into the Patreon, dog. I got a great Patreon story to tell you.
I cannot wait. Also, there's something that I saw.
Yeah.
In the stories, the Before the Bill podcast on Instagram stories. When Solo's music hit,
brother,
you hit that, boy. So much so that if we get a generous super chat, you hitting it again on the show. I'm telling you that right now. Speaking of super chat, Terrell D, $10.
Yes.
So happy to see y'all. Martin, tell the guys about your creative supervillain, Jay Smasherton, with the squad, with the quad pull leg drop finisher. He is scared of a foot race.
So he's referring to 2K25 videos exclusive on the Patreon and sometimes live, but we have a character on 2K25 called Swolner Mort.
I don't want to know the rest. Don't want to know the rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go to the next one.
They say I'm the mean one. You know what I mean?
Man,
you're the mean one.
Kim Good for $10. Number one, Martin. Applause.
Yes.
2.
Absolutely.
Happy belated to our dear mod, the Booker Danielson. Absolutely.
Happy belated birthday
from the Discord.
Respect.
Number 3, AAA was incredible. Iguana, my new favorite wrestler. Money in the Bank went from 7.5 to a 9 when Truth showed up. Hashtag we got Truth or hashtag we got Ron.
We got Ron. I mean, we got Truth. Here's the thing. Are we caught up, Mark? Nope. This is a blessing. Look at this.
Yes. Lucky BX for $10. What's up, fellas? I'm surprised The Rock hasn't come out and taken credit for Truth returning. You know what? That could be something. That could be something.
I can see that.
Javi Billionaire.
Come on.
$55.
It's in the
Thank
clear.
you.
Oh, my goodness. Take it away.
Yes. Says, big joker on the table. What's good, fellas? CT, my boy. Congratulations on everything. Chris, stop lying to us. We know you a comedian.
I'm not a comedian.
P.S. You got to address the elephant in the room. And Martin, my fellow Southern partner, keep killing it, bro. Hey, thank you, my friend.
What's the elephant in the room?
Or damn.
What is the elephant in the room?
Yeah, I don't know. That you're not that you're a comedian? I don't know.
I heard he performs in Long Beach on the weekend.
That's definitely not true. You know that's
that's where he'd be going.
Yeah.
Driving down. Yeah.
I mean, we can address one elephant in the room.
Let's hear it.
Only one time ever has anyone perfectly predicted the pay-per-view over the weekend. Only one time. That's only one time that's happened. So I'm going to just go ahead and grab my...
Hey, let's give a
Before
round of
the
applause.
bell.
Okay, yeah.
You see it, Clinton? Marvin? You see it?
Clinton and Marvin.
Finally.
Wild.
Look at it. See how it looks draped around the shoulder and soon to be around the sexy, gorgeous waist of the Darkitect. Finally, the Before the Bell Championship has been restored to the status and the level that it deserves in the hands of a truly gifted prognosticator and an extremely charismatic individual myself. Continue the show.
Prognosticator.
That's correct.
Man, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't waste that money on you in that college.
That's right.
Use the word.
They got their money's worth. That's big. John Burton, $10.
Yes.
Woo! Love the podcast, fellas. Much love. Former Impact pre-show co-host. Y'all on your way. Hashtag true. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Hermixon St. Jean, $9.99.
Yes.
Maybe hopefully one day Martin comes in one day as Martin Mearns.
I've been waiting for that. You know what I'm saying? I've been like waiting for it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to tell you something.
Yep.
When it happens, I'm ready.
Oh, God.
I just want you to know that.
What does that mean?
Hey, it could mean several things, couldn't it?
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Uh-huh.
But if he comes in as the architect, that would be me.
Oh, true enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are the,
Oh,
yeah.
Mark,
'cause he's
I
Mark.
like that.
Yeah, maybe
All right.
one day I'll do whiteface and come in as Mark Mackham.
One day,
Isn't
it
this
currently
whiteface?
It is not whiteface. It's just white face paint on a voodoo.
White.
It's very different. No, it's
Face.
not a white.
Richard Blake,
Yeah,
thank
absolutely. No,
Thank you.
show
you.
love.
Domingo Trip.
Trip
Go ahead,
and,
Mark.
good afternoon, fellas. Love the reverse face. CT was right. About what? Keep up the great work, gentlemen. The iguana puppet is going to get abused by some people. I don't, what?
What do you mean by that? What? Tyrone Hannon with the
Yeah.
1999. Yes. Says, I believe someone, me, said R-Truth will be gone and Ron Truth would return, but some stuck up comic from a Mattress Firm commercial laughed. You welcome, though. What? When did I
Just call him stuck up.
100%. Dang, bro.
Wait, when did I I
Oh.
didn't laugh at that. I don't know. Okay, whatever. But good for you, bro.
$10 one.
Okay.
Oh,
hey,
yes,
first
yes,
time
yes.
in the super chat. Love the pop. Burns.
Burns.
Nice. And thank you so much, Alan. 414 Russ.
Yeah.
$9.99. Dog, to drive to the end of the cul-de-sac is pure gold. All right, let's hit it, man. We'll
Oh,
say, hold on a
boy.
second.
One more.
One more. Go
One
ahead,
more
Martin.
thing. Okay,
That's
Stanton for
Stanton.
19.99.
Yeah, man.
Says
Marbucks, Dakota Kai latte with extra vanilla foam. Chris, we know you're a writer. The jig is up. CT, don't want to leave you out. Let me give you your respect. Been a fan since COVID. I am
Thank
not
you.
a comedian, guys. I'm
Yeah.
just an asshole who thinks he's funny.
That's the third one.
Yeah.
He performs
He's going crazy over
in
here.
Santa Barbara during the week.
Yeah.
I keep changing the city. So,
yeah.
Money in
That's
the
during
Bank.
the week. On the weekends, Long Beach. Yeah. See, I was listening, man.
You on your way.
You
You're
the next Lenny Bruce.
Lenny Bruce. Let me tell you something, man. This match
Yeah.
was incredible. We predicted it perfectly. Maybe that's what he meant that I was right about. We predicted it perfectly that Naomi was going to win. However, let's discuss the ladies in this match.
Yes.
There were several points in this match where I felt like, are they going to try and play Naomi? Are they going to give it to Stephanie Vicaire? Are they going to give it to Rhea Ripley? If they gave it to Rhea Ripley, I would have been angry. Not
Yeah.
that she isn't amazing, but it's like she
Yeah.
can't keep getting
I would have
everything,
revolted.
bro.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a fan of hers,
Yeah.
I'd have to voice my protest.
This
Like,
would
it's
become
out
an
of control.
AEW podcast real quick if shit.
Bam.
Yeah.
But then you look and you see Roxanne Perez. We created a storyline while we were watching her in the match.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, she is in Judgment Day. She could go and hold that over Liv and da 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 da.
Right.
Then you see Julia,
Julia. Yeah.
and she got a lot of pop this weekend from
Yeah.
Money in the Bank go home show on Friday Night SmackDown. And I'm like, okay, I could see this, but I knew I wanted it and needed it to be Naomi.
Yeah.
Dare say, with the Evolution pay-per-view coming up,
Mhm.
they've really heated up the
Yes.
women's division.
Yes.
Like, in a way that I didn't think they were going to. It seemed like they had just kind of announced the pay-per-view to counter-program AEW, but then it's like, we're going to cook a little bit here with Julia, we're going to cook a little bit here with Roxanne, we're going to turn it up on Stephanie, and we're going to do this. You know what I mean? Naomi's the exactly right person to win the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Mommy is mommy. You know what I mean?
She'll be
Like, honestly, weirdly enough, the weakest part of the women's division is the world title
Yes.
scene,
Yeah.
which is a great problem to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was no thought or even murmur of a feeling of thinking about
Yeah.
Io. Because we're like, oh yeah. We
Right.
had more important feuds.
100%.
Without titles, with titles. This briefcase, we know that Naomi is going to cash in on Tiffany.
Got to.
Well,
Oh,
I have a
Ooh.
feeling Jade Cargill might win the Queen of the Ring tournament
Uh-huh.
and then beat Tiffany at SummerSlam, and then Naomi cashes in on her immediately.
Now,
I think
here's the
that's
thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, but don't steal my thought. Different genders,
Mhm.
same pay-per-view.
Mm.
We'll get there.
Okay.
But I'm so glad Naomi got there. Naomi got her flowers from Big E on the post show.
Big time.
Yes.
The audience roared, and I didn't know because I'm familiar with Naomi from 2013 Forward Funkadactyls.
Yeah.
I didn't know about 2009 and her and Big E being down there and training.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's been, and you see the mother merch, she's been the mother of the division. Like, yo, I'm in here cooking. We give the Natty all of the time, but she's been there just not as long as Natty, but she's been there a very long time.
Yeah.
And for her to finally get her credit once she turned heel and she's been putting her all into it to see what she's deserving be reaped is amazing.
100%.
Run of a lifetime. And speaking of the women's division, Mariah May debuted this week as well on
yeah,
NXT.
yeah,
like
yeah.
so, yeah, they
The
are
glamour.
definitely
Y'all called that.
Yeah, they are definitely trying to spice up everything. I could definitely see her and JC Janet that Evolution pay per view.
And let it not be lost, the women's Intercontinental Championship match.
Do you think we're not gonna talk about that?
I'm about to say,
Do you
we're
think
talking
we
about the
not
women's
talking about
division.
that?
It seemed like we about to move on. I'm like, we
Brother?
can't move on.
Oh, we're not moving on.
Okay.
Man, first of all,
Yes.
Becky Lynch is the one person responsible
Mhm.
for getting Lyra out of her shell.
Yes.
We care now.
Mhm.
I did not care about Lyra before. We all agree she was missing something, and Becky came out for that young 2-month run
Yeah.
and pulled it out of her and walked away with that title. But beyond that, that match was fire.
Yeah.
Dude. So the match was good, and then there was an audible pop
Mhm.
when Lyra put Becky in that submission hold.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what it was about that specific move, but it like kind of changed everything about the way people were looking at the match. It made me want to see Lyra go forward as a submission wrestler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that could be a unique thing to her character. Let me issue a public apology
Oh.
to you, Lyra Valkyria.
Oh.
I couldn't have cared less before this, honestly. It'd have been really difficult for me too. But as the champion, I'm a man of integrity, a man of my word. And I'm here to say to you, I'm sorry. I misjudged you. You did your thing. You showed teeth. You didn't just lay down to a heel disrespecting you. You got your lick back. And I appreciate that. I actually want to see a third match. Kudos to you, Lyra.
Hold tight. Hold
Do,
tight.
well,
on the
do you
third
guys
match.
want to apologize to her fiance as well?
No.
What would we be apologizing to him for?
Well, last week you guys said it looks like we would eat glue together
You gonna
What
look?
would we apologize for?
Yeah.
because
Could you do me a favor? Can you look in your camera and look at yourself? Tell me if you think that face would eat some glue.
no.
More importantly, look into your camera and be honest and say you've never tried it.
I've never tried glue.
Okay, you raised your voice on that.
Yeah.
He was calm on the first one.
See what I mean?
That's the problem. That's a lot.
Yeah, bro.
So when we talk about this match, I don't want to see a third one
Yeah.
because this felt like the end. Now we got something for both of them. Bailey can come back, challenge Becky.
Yeah.
Bam, 2 out of 3, go from there. Lyra needs to keep this intensity and
Mhm.
move on to another competitor because now we care. I wouldn't mind seeing her now go forward up into the women's world title picture going into the King and Queen of the Ring tournament.
Okay.
It feels a little early for that.
Okay.
But because there's still so much like intensity between the two, I
Yeah.
feel like some sort of stipulation match is in order for them.
But
Yeah.
Becky's got the title now, so you know Lyra
Sure.
would lose it.
But I think
Yeah.
the inverse. So the stipulation of this match was if Becky loses, she can't challenge Lyra again.
Right.
Maybe flip it. Now Lyra can't challenge if she don't beat Becky, and then she doesn't beat Becky.
Yeah, something. Because
Yeah,
obviously we're headed towards Becky Bailey.
absolutely.
That's what's got to be.
It has to be that.
Yeah.
And
That's
Bailey gets it at SummerSlam.
could be.
Yeah. Okay, so now that's women's Intercontinental Champion, new women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch, well deserved, on her way to being an even more grander Slam champion.
Yeah,
Yes.
for real.
The match after the men's Money in the Bank was
Well, first we had Dominic versus Octagon.
Octagon Jr.
man, incredible match.
Yeah. Especially for something thrown together the day of.
You think it was
Yeah.
thrown together the day of?
I don't know. I doubt that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying people were into it in a
Right.
way that you would think they would maybe not care like that.
Yeah.
What they really need to get into like the video. I didn't really because we were seeing it kind of live as it was happening.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see the video packages for the AAA show.
Okay.
But like they really need to get into the backstory of some of these characters and their masks.
I would
and
love
things like that. Like people don't even know like the whole thing with Penta and like his mask being haunted.
No.
But the whole Cero Miedo comes from the fact that he's not afraid of it being cursed, much like this pathetic yarn doll that's happening over here. I just don't fear it at all. But and then how Octagon Jr. is actually the like inverse of him, and he's the good side, even though
Of Penta.
even though
Yeah.
Penta's a baby face, Octagon is supposed to be his opposite.
I had no idea.
Yeah. 100%.
This is first of all,
Mark said
I know
that.
that.
Like, yeah.
but I'm saying with
See,
the
shapes.
story. Shapes. Like, thank goodness for this podcast because y'all be educating me on so much stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would love those video packages. I would love those introductions to those wrestlers. I think that's one thing that smaller productions and promotions do
Mhm.
is they have to tell you who this person is and why you should care
Yeah.
in a quicker amount of time than WWE does.
Sure.
Even though WWE did a great job with Penta,
Yep.
Yeah.
not as good as Ray Phoenix, but they've done great with certain superstars.
Sure.
Well, I
Even
think
repackaging.
I think the issue with Ray Phoenix is it was basically a rehash of the same way they presented Penta.
Right.
Because it was like, oh, it's gonna be slow vignettes over time, and then he's gonna wrestle, and it's gonna have pyro, and it's like Phoenix has to be presented way differently.
Yeah, they're not
than
the
Penta
same guy.
at all.
At all.
Yeah, even though with Octagon, they even put the same font as Penta for
Yeah,
Octagon.
with a little spinny joint.
Yeah, I was
All
like,
right.
well, you can expect 5 more minutes.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
Wait till you see Hexagon.
Oh my goodness. A
There's
couple of
ours.
super chats we need to get to before we move on.
Yeah, absolutely. No, wow. The
nice.
support
These are
today,
good problems,
Hey,
man.
thank you guys,
Listen, the
man.
bell ringers have always held us down,
And
bro.
there's over 500 people watching us live
you
right
serious?
now.
Oh, wow. Is that a new record?
Oh my goodness.
No.
Okay.
But
Thank you,
we
guys.
appreciate it for sure.
David Allen, $9.99.
Yeah.
Yes.
ACT, you seen Stephanie and Naomi at Money in the Bank. In words of Skit CT, they was caked up and caked out. And I need a piece. Facts.
I mean-
can't speak on Naomi because that is like family. Shout out to the Fatu family. However, I don't know Stephanie's man, and I'll tell you this, boy. Stephanie out there. Stephanie Vakir in the face looked like the same as she did when she was a little girl. She looked like a bad little kid.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Like, what did you eat? Did you eat the pudding that you weren't supposed to eat? She's like,
Yeah.
but she thick as Walmart peanut butter. What?
Who did she
Oh, you
tag
like
with
that?
at
You like-
AAA?
Lola Vice.
When they did the duel with Lola Vice?
the dual Devil's Kisses.
I was-
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I know. Mark became a fan.
Yeah.
Mark
Man.
became a fan instantly.
Booker
Yeah.
T has been setting some tones.
No,
Nina.
he really helped her out. Yeah.
Mina Sasano. Go ahead,
For
Burn.
$10, I got some words for Paul. He knows good and well he was lying in the press conference about Truth.
Good and well.
Oh.
We're gonna get there.
With a straight
We're
face.
gonna get there. We got to
Oh,
talk.
absolutely.
Go ahead, Barton.
That guy Tay with the $20.
Absolutely.
Yes. Says Burns continues to be the heel we all need.
Just-
All right.
just
Martin,
honest.
fight back and delete all your past photos.
Facts.
What? Hashtag Burns is always prepared. Hashtag wheat.
Yeah, I did something mean a little bit.
Did you?
Martin posted a picture of himself dressed like Catwoman, and I put it in the
Whoa.
Discord.
First off, no. I was the Black Panther. I was Black Panther and I didn't post it. Dave Helen posted it
It was on your page though,
because Dave Helen posted it and he tagged me in it.
and you commented on it,
Yeah, because it was like a 9.
so it showed up on your page.
Yeah. So okay. So
Oh, don't worry, don't
we did
search,
we
I
did
got
a
it for
Marvel
you.
roast
Show
at the
me
Laugh
this.
Factory in Chicago like 9 years ago. I was Black Panther. This was before Black Panther blew up. So they didn't have
Martin.
so they did, listen to me. They didn't have a Black Panther costume at that time because the movie hadn't blown up yet. It
So
hadn't
you
come out
just
yet.
like Selena Kyle.
No, that's the costume they provided me that costume.
Martin.
And it was
Yeah,
Can you do something here, Mark?
I got you, Martin.
Listen,
I got you,
what?
Mark. Don't worry about it.
Listen to me right now. I hear what you're saying because a big problem.
Yeah.
A big problem with communication is people don't feel like they're heard.
Yeah.
I hear you, brother. Okay.
okay.
But what I will say to you
Oh God.
is that was a Catwoman costume.
Yes.
And that was a Catwoman mask, more importantly.
We've
That was
clowned Mark.
there were other ways for you to do a Black Panther mask, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't buy the costume. It wasn't. It was one that was provided to me for the roast. It was like a Marvel roast.
You know, he sounds like when like WWE books something terrible, and they're like, "We did what we." It's easy in hindsight to say so. You
Oh.
could have did anything,
Martin.
You know what I mean? You didn't
When
have to
you-
put the headpiece on.
You did not have to put the head. And
Yeah.
I think that's my problem.
yeah.
The headpiece is the problem.
He said 100% it is.
You look like the animated series Catwoman.
Yeah.
Too. That's the problem.
Because like the Black Panther mask covers your whole face.
Your whole face.
And you got your eyes out
Oh.
and your mouth.
Then
and you
you
see
smiling.
the expression on it. Yeah, it's like, like it's
They-
like, what are you doing?
They didn't have a costume.
You
then.
could have just wore the fit.
Yeah.
But then it just would have been a black.
That's
like,
fine. That's totally fine. Your little nails were.
Why'd you do the voice? Why'd you do the voice? Why'd you do the voice?
I'm just
Martin,
saying.
Why would you do the voice?
You could have had the outfit and nails. You didn't have to have
Why do
the
you
mask.
keep doing the voice?
I'm
when you
just
say
saying.
nails?
The mask made it crazy.
Weeks
Look like Halle Berry.
in a row, episodes come out.
Yeah.
I look back at them. I read the comments and people are like, "Oh man, y'all gotta get off Martin. Y'all gotta get off Martin." And I'd be like, "You know what? They right. I'm not about to participate in this stuff anymore." And then I see a picture like that, and I say to myself,
yeah.
"Martin, I can't defend you, bro."
Yeah.
It was like 9 years ago.
That's what makes it worse.
What?
9 years ago, you were on this BS. Is what I'm saying.
Like we
to the
literally went
next
to
one,
a
Mark.
bar and I'd like I stalled him out a whole night. And it was tough.
I bet.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like alley-oops, alley-oops, alley-oops.
And then
Big bowling pins, big bowling pins. And I'm just like...
I didn't even do anything. We were just hanging out doing karaoke.
Yeah.
DJ C, $30.
Thank you. Yes.
Been a minute since I caught a live. Salute to y'all. Hey, we miss you, man. Thanks so much for being back.
Absolutely.
Jeff
Riggins.
What
Go
up,
ahead, Martin.
20?
Yes. Oh God! Did y'all see the video of Martin acting uppity about the troll girl?
He calling you uppity and stuck up.
Yeah, what is that all of a sudden?
This is crazy.
This is wild.
What video is this? I missed
the
this video.
one with Mimi where she plays Gollum.
Oh, yeah.
Uppity is a funny sentence in
Yeah,
itself,
crazy.
bro.
Bananas.
Javi Billionaire for $10. This question is for Martin or Chris. Is the limitless one Keith Lee retired or is he still recovering from the heart condition? CT, we think we can get Solo versus Jacob this week or SummerSlam.
That's a King and a Queen of the Ring match. That's not a SummerSlam match, only because Jacob made the turn so soon.
Yeah.
We'll get there too.
Keith is not retired from what I understand.
No, he's still under contract
Yeah.
at AEW. He did have some health scares and health issues, but he is not formally announced any retirement. He did recently tweet saying that in due time, everyone would be happy with something.
Which
So,
I love that. Carlos, $10.
Yeah.
What's up, my brothers? I have a feeling that Naomi may be the first failed woman cash in.
Why
No,
would you
You
wish
can't
that
waste
upon
it. Yeah,
you
can't
cannot waste
it
that.
like
And she's also give another props to Naomi. She's the first black woman Money in the Bank winner,
100%.
which I said to y'all in the group chat. I was like, hey, man, there's never been a black woman before.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do nothing, weird, and
Sure.
they did not. And I'm so thankful because she deserves it.
And glad that Big E pointed that out too.
Yeah, man.
Like he wasn't afraid to say like no, straight up, like first ever African American
Yes.
female to win that title.
All these
Sure.
feathers in the caps. These are things that help the Hall of Fame speech be even better at the end
Oh,
of
yeah.
your career. 414 Russ, $9.99.
Here's Chris finally drinking some of that Irish crew. What does that mean?
I don't even know.
I guess
I don't
because you
know.
were talking about Becky.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Hey man, friend of the show, Becky Lynch is a married woman. Okay,
Love Becky Lynch.
Okay, she's an absolute saint. Do you understand me? I would never disparage or disrespect.
Respect. XOXO, $10.
Yes.
Tried to send clips of the women's Money in the Bank to a friend at work, but every 15 seconds, the camera was locked onto the cakes. Attitude Era slowly returning.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
man.
No, listen.
Woo.
The Attitude Era would be like a 30-second match, and it'd be like, all right, pull your titties out. There would be no match at all. They'd roll around, and then be like a shot of a slip. It's like, it's a very different.
That was a different time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
As a
got
teenage
the
boy, it
wrestle.
was a good time, man.
I think that he was talking about when I was giving props to Lyra finally.
Oh, got it,
Oh,
got
That
it, got it.
works. That's
Okay.
The
that makes
Irish
sense.
creamer.
Yeah.
Nah,
and
I got it.
also, these lady wrestlers know what they be doing.
They know.
You don't have Stephanie. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Have the cheeks out
Yeah.
in your ring gear. You don't have to.
No, they got pants for women too.
100%
They
they
got
do.
pants for women, too.
You know what I'm saying? She know what it is.
They could all dress like Ivory.
Good reference.
Mhm.
That guy Tay, $10.
Yeah.
Martin, don't disrespect Chadwick with your lies. You look like an extra in a 2B DC movie. Agreed.
Wait, who is this? Why do you know my Facebook?
That guy Tay?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Nails.
Bell ringers know everything.
Tay, say in the chat how I know you, or because why do you know my Facebook profile?
He
like
might
that?
be a Facebook friend.
100%.
Or
Or could have just been in the Discord that day.
Yeah.
Did you post that in the Discord?
I said I did.
Yeah, he said he did.
I was kind of going through a lot in that moment, so I definitely missed that part of
Yeah.
the conversation.
Nails.
We caught up. Kim Gilmore,
for
$10.
$10.
Says Martin, we had your back against Chris in the Discord. Burns, that was mean. Martin, stand up, Unc. I'm gonna get him. Don't worry.
I don't think you will, bro. I've been watching. As you see, I don't hit you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate.
I
that,
watch the show just like every other bell ringer. Burns be on you, and it's been months, and you don't be hitting him with nothing, bro. I don't know if you can do it.
man. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
Chris is an anomaly
Yes.
because I've seen things hurt his feelings, but he
Really?
yes. Because like when they bullied him into dating a black woman on Nancast, and they kept mentioning it,
oh,
and then he would he has like a moment, but he
Oh.
doesn't like show it. That's what he does.
find that clip and send it to me. When you
I
get a
will. I
chance,
got
okay?
you because he's not a visceral. Yeah,
There's no clue.
he's not like a visceral. But you can tell when things sting him.
Mm.
But he doesn't outwardly show it or react. So he has like a very even keel like renaissance about him.
It's very hard to read Chris. I will say that I pay attention to you a lot, so I watch certain things, but I wouldn't have seen that. So it's like you're brilliant.
I'm a very based individual, very based Chad.
All right. What?
Go to the next one.
What are you,
Mark.
16? Who says that?
I did.
Christian B. Yes. Christian S.
That's late to the show, but I wanted to show some love. You bring me joy. If it hasn't been said already, I can't with Martin's white man at the cookout dance to Solo's music.
That dance was crazy.
Yeah, I was
bro.
that boy was saying the new kids on
He
the
was-
block. Oh, 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 oh. I was like, woo.
The right stuff. Thanks, Scott. Psycho Walker.
Well, that's
Appreciate you.
is that British? That was British pounds.
That is
that,
British pound.
Is that the? I don't know what $2 in pounds is. $4.
It's double,
Okay, all right,
yeah.
never mind.
Thank you so much
Thank
for that. All right, we caught up. So after that match, Dominic Mysterio retains. We love that.
Yeah.
I think it was it was Women's Money in the Bank. I thought it was Dom, or was it Becky and then Dom?
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter now.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
both of those matches.
Yeah.
And now we get to
Which fun match, by the way. It's which real quick, because a lot
Great
of people tried to bear. They're like, "Oh, Octagon got jobbed out."
Not at
It's like,
all.
no, he didn't. Dominic still had to cheat to win. Number
Yeah.
one, I think Octagon got to do some cool stuff in there. They got
Yeah.
to still showcase AAA for those who probably didn't notice it. So I think it was a great match. My only qualm is that we didn't get to see more interactions with the AAA guys who were in the front row and Dom or the Judgment Day, because I think you could have set up a match on Raw to really highlight those
Ooh,
dudes.
how about that?
Yeah.
Also, did they not let Conan know he was gonna be on camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just showed up to the show and was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, they want me.
"Oh, I gotta get this button up on." Like,
Put
put on a merch shirt or
Come
something,
on, man.
dog. Like something
Yeah.
a little fresher than what you got on, dog.
Conan's a little older though, man. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I
Yeah.
watched the podcast, and
Yeah.
he be in, lounging, and would got to be his bedroom because
Yeah.
that background is not. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's whoo. It's like audio only, my brother. You know what I'm
Man.
talking about? And if you're gonna be
turn the Zoom camera off.
absolutely, if you're gonna be in the front row representing your promotion that you're booking, come on.
Now let's talk about this. We're in the Men's Money in the Bank match now.
Yes.
Number one, the MVP of this match is Solo Sikoa
Agreed.
Yeah.
by a long shot.
Yeah.
He hit everybody's taunts, bro. He's like,
Yeah, bro.
and he's like,
Naturally brilliant, man.
he's so funny,
Yeah.
bro. It's like, could we have gotten a bigger Solo push had he been this Solo when he first turned on Roman and Heyman back a year and a half ago?
I don't think it would have worked because Roman's character is so serious
Yeah.
that I think we would have immediately written off Solo if he was like being silly against
Okay.
Roman. Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Especially if they're gonna have, because he beat him in the first match, right? Or Solo beat Roman like the first time they faced off, but when they did the tag match.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So this match was exactly how y'all predicted it. I could not say Seth Rollins because it was so obvious that he was going to win. I'm like, there's no way they're going to make it him winning. It's too obvious. And they let him win.
Well, see, here's the thing. On Raw, they beat down Punk and Sammy, so
Yes.
there was no
Yeah.
proverbial hero to stop Seth Rollins from winning, especially when he had the rest of the Division or whatever they're going to call them come out. And they beat down everybody on Friday Night SmackDown. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, he's definitely winning.
And that moment with Jacob and JC Mateo coming out
Yeah.
to help Solo, and then they had this face off, was beautiful.
Yeah.
JC Mateo, I already see him. They've already had him 2 losses. He's not going to get this push.
Wait, what was the second loss?
The second loss was SmackDown.
No, that was his first one.
No, the first one was a week before.
He beat LA Knight, then he beat R-Truth, and then he just lost to Jimmy.
So what am I thinking of when he looked weaker? I thought he lost twice. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I already see where it's going with him.
I mean, there's still time. I mean,
Shiny leather Kool-Aid man. Hey, chill out, man. Hey,
Wow.
chill out,
Yeah,
bro.
that
Mark.
was Mark who
Control.
said that.
Because there was a moment there where there was a lull in like Solo.
Yes.
where we were trying to kind of getting tired of him a little bit, but then he started showing more personality.
JC doesn't have that.
He does though.
He does,
He
though.
ain't got-
You don't know.
Yeah.
It's been like a month.
Yeah,
Not
he
even,
just
actually.
got there,
He ain't
dog.
got- he ain't got-
He does,
It's a
bro.
wrap.
You gotta listen. I'm gonna show you some of his Lucha Underground stuff.
I'm straight.
Okay. Some of his New Japan.
Nah.
thing? Okay.
How you go? How you gonna go to another promotion?
I don't know. I thought maybe
But that's where he was beforehand. That's where he was showing his personality.
Yeah.
But I do think the sources are correct. I think that they are priming Solo to be a babyface on SmackDown.
You think so?
I think so. I think eventually that's where they're headed.
But Jacob just turned face.
I know, but or maybe not even on SmackDown, whatever. Maybe he goes to Raw instead. But I think the way that he's being perceived by the fans, that's got to turn into a babyface.
He's so
at some point.
funny,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you just love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even on SmackDown, me and Chris were talking about this a little bit at Money in the Bank. But when he was just like when Jimmy, because on SmackDown Jimmy wrestled JC,
Yeah.
and him talking crap to Jimmy while he was getting his ass whipped,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
see,
yeah.
that's why you're getting your ass beat. You should join me.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have to deal with this. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, Solo is
Fantastic.
But that there was a question for you earlier, CT. They asked who had better drip on SmackDown, Seth or Solo.
Solo got it. You know why Solo had better drip on SmackDown?
Why's that?
Solo been losing weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does not look as uncomfortable or awkward in the clothes that he was wearing before because he's slimming down,
Sure.
and he looked crisp. Seth was fresh.
Mhm.
Not gonna take that away from Seth.
Yeah.
When Seth wears normal, I'm white but I got black friends clothes,
Yeah.
that's when he's his best.
Right.
When he's starting to do all of the high heels, you're like, hey man, chill out. But like the straight up Jodeci in the 90s clothes, he killing it. Plus with the chain,
Right.
come on, man.
And them facing off had a very much like Shield Wyatt family.
Yes.
vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like two cool heel groups. You know what I mean? But because I don't like the notion that like all the heels just are friends.
Yeah.
Because they're heels.
Right.
You know what I mean? That actually makes less sense.
Yeah.
True.
They shouldn't like each other at all. And I think I love when they do that.
Very true.
Yeah.
So now we get Seth having the briefcase. CM Punk chants were raining throughout the arena.
Absolutely.
We were hoping he was at least, he never comes out.
No.
And then I said, all right, Seth wins the briefcase. Main event time comes.
Mhm.
After the champions are beat up, he cashes in on Jay.
Yeah.
And while he's cashing in, CM Punk interrupts or Roman beats him up. Did not happen either. When do you guys think Seth cashes in? And that's what I said to you. I think Seth is going to cash in after at SummerSlam.
I think he tries to cash in tonight.
Really?
It's
After the Gunther match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What better opportunity? Who's gonna beat up Jay more than Gunther?
And mind
You're
you,
right.
Jay was holding his ribs after the match this at Money in the Bank.
He
So,
was.
Yeah, so
He's
he's
already beat up.
He's already beat up. He, got thrown through a table by Logan Paul, all that stuff. So yeah, I think tonight is the night to do a failed cash in. But I think that an actual cash in, I would hold off. Because remember
I'd have him beat him tonight.
yeah,
I'd have him beat Jay tonight.
Hmm.
Or it has to be what you said, and Roman returns because that's the whole thing. Oh, I don't want to talk about it yet, but you want big moments.
Yes.
And there was a huge moment in the men's Money in the Bank that we still haven't talked about yet.
Go to it.
I know we're getting to it, but like, so anyway, we think that let's go to the main event. Men's Money in the Bank happened.
So,
it was great.
You
Go to the
can
main event.
drop the moment if you want.
Look, up to that point,
Yep.
we was watching a 1987 WWF Challenge Tag Team match, my
Yeah.
brother. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about Cody is so angry at John Cena.
Yeah.
Soon as he gets his hand on him, headlock.
lock up.
I
yeah.
was like, what are you? What is this? Who agented this match?
Listen, man, you can't talk nothing wrong about Dusty's baby boy. You understand me?
I can and I will.
He was phenomenal. That match was great. The
CT.
return of Ron Killings.
Yes.
This is what I said.
Uh-huh.
I said, woo!
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Every other wrestling fan is like, oh, who was that? As soon as I saw that black ankle, I'm like, oh man,
Brother.
that's true.
So a little context
With
for
the
our
shiesty on it.
situation.
Yeah.
There was a very, very shady
Uh-huh.
young brother walking around the Intuit Dome. Just a black dude, hoodie up,
by
Uh-huh.
himself.
by
friends.
himself.
Yeah.
And he was just marauding around our area. And me and Martin both was like, hey, yo, check if he's wearing black Air Force.
That's hilarious.
Because I don't-
We had a moment.
I
though.
am not.
We
You know what I'm
were-
saying? I'm
we were
gonna
concerned.
just dive on him if
Yeah.
he's wearing black forces. I ain't even gonna wait for it to
Yeah.
happen. You understand? I'm gonna preemptively dive. You dig?
Yeah.
And luckily he was wearing like New Balance or something.
Oh.
So I was
So
like,
it's
okay,
he's safe. He's
he
good.
all right. We ain't.
And this was truth the whole time?
Yeah. Huh?
And this was truth the
No,
whole
it
time?
wasn't.
No, it just was
Oh.
just a dude.
It was just
Oh.
a dude.
Yeah.
And so when a clearly black dude in a hoodie ran
Ran
into
into
the
the
ring,
ring.
we
You
were
thought it
like,
was him.
oh, that dude whose energy we didn't like is just,
It finally happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's crashing out.
Yeah.
He's crashing out.
Yeah.
And then because you saw the ankle, I saw like the waist a little bit.
Yeah. I did too, but I wasn't going to say that first.
Right. And then it was like
You know, you got to pick your spots.
100%. And it was like, oh, wait. I think that's truth.
Yeah.
And then
Well, when I saw the worked punches, I was like, okay, that's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
the worked punches, not the
Oh.
work, but just the.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell you what I saw that I was like, come on, man. You couldn't at least took that. Is when he hits Cena with the belt and Cena like pushes the belt. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
cameras are on you, bro.
Cena's taking
No
no
real
impact.
Hey, he has an Amazon movie he's about to film this week. He
Every
is not.
back bump he takes, he puts his arm down
He
to
does.
absorb it. He is not taking no punishment.
That's a good
There
point.
was something. There was. Oh, I think it was like a Jey Uso. It was something. But when he landed on his knees and stuff, I said, "Okay, yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's not. It's over with.
This
It's
is
over
not the
with.
run we
Yeah,
think
man.
it's going to be."
But I loved seeing the moment. I love seeing R-Truth come back. To
Well,
fast forward that story.
R-Truth didn't come back. Ron Killings.
Ron Killings came back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's discuss the fact that Triple H said,
Hold on. Before you do that,
Uh-huh.
I did one thing I want to point out.
Yeah.
Even though he's the same human being, even his facial like expressions
Different.
and stuff completely different.
Yeah.
Like it was very clear that there's a gimmick change that has happened.
But that's what I love about R-Truth, man.
Yes.
R-Truth, and I said this, you guys said this, we always say this about R-Truth. He's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Yes.
He can do any and everything. So the fact that he hasn't been getting the opportunities to be able to do these things, that the crowd brought him back. We want truth.
Yeah.
Truth is back. We want truth was not just, oh, we want him to be funny. No, we're saying we love this guy.
Yeah.
Fit him in here because he can deliver and has been for the past 20 plus years.
And I think it's also very telling. You have to consider that this year they've released like 25 different people.
Yeah.
Right? They much love and respect to all people who've been released,
Correct.
very talented, incredible individuals. But it's so telling that people backstage that at every single show, NXT, AAA, Raw, SmackDown, this was the name that was chanted. There is power in voice.
Yes.
And it really showed out.
It really showed out, and he won't let us down. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like he has always been, man, it's kind of like Zordon for Power Rangers. Truth has always been there for us.
Yeah.
He's always been there. 24/7 champ. When you see any kind of segment,
How's
the
Zordon
mixed
be
match.
there for them, bro? He
was
live
in
in
a
a little tube, and
Yeah.
like, what he do?
How
They
dare
gotta
you?
do the fighting.
How dare you?
What do you mean?
Do you not understand that Zordon was the one that kept them laced with the gear?
Okay.
Zordon is one that kept them laced with the vehicles, the Zords, the weapons, to tell them what to do, to find the new power, to be able to get them out of scenarios, to be able to tell them. I don't have time for this. Anyway,
Why didn't seem like a dude who had a lot of secrets? By the way, there's some other suits that you could use that's way more powerful than the current suits that you're wearing. I just felt like now would be the appropriate time to tell you,
I'll give you
other
that.
than at the beginning.
I'll give you that.
Why did Zordon never use adults?
Because he needs teenagers with attitude.
There's adults
apparently.
with it. Why not go to like prisons and just like have
You don't
reformed
want
criminals?
You don't want.
No, I'm saying like reformed
You
criminals.
thought
Like
prisoners that converted to Islam was bad. Prisoners that had Power Rangers powers would be out of control.
listen, are we trying to save the universe or not? 'Cause
no, not
I
like
know-
that.
Here's what I'll say.
we could make
You don't
Rita
want to see Goldar get his throat slit. That's crazy.
somebody shanking Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
The first adults that were used as Power Rangers was
Mhm.
Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
I knew he had that answer. That's why. I
Right.
had to do
They
something.
were genuine adults with careers. Like here's
Okay.
a paramedic, here's a firefighter, here's an actor, here's a cowboy, here's a pilot. Those were adults. But the teenagers with attitudes.
Mark said you just invoke CTism.
Yeah, you talk about Power Rangers, boy.
I know. I
Woo!
knew I activated.
You
it.
don't know, boy. So now when we get to
And
this,
to explain that for you,
Uh-huh.
see, Octagon Jr. is the Green Ranger, is what I would say. If he was good. So if things were flipped,
okay,
that's how it works.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So now we see the entire pay-per-view play out.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. It was solid. Go
There was
ahead.
something I wanted to say real quick.
Please.
There's an interview that Ron Killings did where he said he wants to end his career as a more serious character. And I think that with everything that's transpired these last 2 weeks, this was the perfect way for that to happen.
Yeah.
And I, much respect. I think that the name change will definitely certify that.
We're gonna see Truth for sure tonight because John Cena is appearing on Monday Night Raw.
Oh,
And
okay.
he wouldn't be appearing if Truth wasn't also going to appear.
Oh.
And hopefully he gets to cut a promo. We speaking of, we have some super chats that we need to get to. And while we're saying this, guys, thank you so much for the
100%,
super
yes.
chats. Y'all have no idea how much y'all are blessing us and help us, and we really appreciate you. That guy Tay, I'm a proud bell ringer. Current Discord name is Resident Supervillain. I roast you out of love. This pod wouldn't be the same without you. You bring me joy. That's a fact, man.
Thanks, Tay.
I just need you to defend yourself, man. I don't be saying nothing. This is between y'all two, but I know that just as intelligent as he is, you are so intelligent and resourceful, but you need to activate it, boy, because he got your number, man.
Yeah, I think for me, I know when I start being mean, I can't stop. So I try to, I know it's all in love and jokes and whatnot.
Change the direction of the show.
Yeah, that would be our last episode.
Jesus.
If it just keeps going. You don't want one-upsmanship in here. It'd be real awkward real fast.
Yeah.
Because both of y'all are very competitive, and I know that, but at the same time. All right. Anyway, JB for hire. Go ahead.
$9.99.
Yeah.
With the success of Worlds Collide, do you think they do something like this with New Japan Pro Wrestling? I think they're trying to figure it out.
Well,
I think they're exploring all options because we
The
got
Rock
some little
ain't gonna be behind
inside baseball that they actually had, I guess, have reached out to CMLL first to see about this kind of merger, and then CMLL was just kind of like, "What we gonna do with that money?" Because they make like pretty big money.
Okay.
And one of AAA's problems has not really been like attendance or anything like that, but they've just needed more backing dollars to improve their production. So it was a perfect situation.
Got you.
But now it's like, it's kind of dumb on CMLL's part, if you ask me, because it's like, well, now you got this competitor, you know what I mean? That's backed by the biggest entity in the world. Crazy work.
Come on,
Well, that's
man.
why they're doing all their stuff with AEW.
Yeah, right.
And New Japan also is currently with AEW.
Right.
So what's the show they Wrestle Kingdom and the other one I can't remember right
Forbidden
now.
Door.
Forbidden Door, excuse
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yes. The issue with that is they showcase New Japan stars throughout the year instead of just doing it at the show that's supposed to be. Like if you threw Vikingo on a random Raw, I'd be like, all right, well, what's the point of watching Worlds Collide if you do it this way? All right, David Allen with the $9.99 says, place these truth finishers: lie detector, scissor kick, little Jimmy. I think I'd say he's got one of the best scissors kicks in the game outside of like Booker T and Alicia Fox. So I put his scissors kick number one.
How dare you?
What?
Alicia Fox?
She had a great
She
scissor
had a
kick.
great scissors
Her
kick.
scissor kick was not fire.
Oh,
I played a
okay.
game.
What?
What? A video game, kid. That's a sprite. That's not
Oh my
even
God.
Booker T's axe kick
Huh.
was number one. Axe kick number two was Alicia Fox's. She was able to hit hers everywhere, and you saw Booker T just really do it in the ring. But I'm just saying, if I'm comparing, go ahead, man. Keep going.
Okay.
Carlos, $10.
Yeah.
Bros, if you can catch the original Power Rangers with WWE superstars,
Ooh-wee.
who would they be and what would be their colors? Pink Ranger is for sure Liv Morgan. Yellow Ranger, keeping with the original theme of the 90s Power Rangers, Io Sky is the Yellow Ranger.
There's like
we're
5 other
saying-
Asian women.
Pick them.
Julia.
No, she's not really Yellow Ranger. She would be a good Pink Ranger.
She'd be like a Scorpina.
I can see that
Oh,
too.
that would be good, yeah.
Black Ranger, for that, I gotta go Xavier Woods.
Yeah, that's
That's good.
Blue Ranger, Sami Zayn. And
That's a real good cast.
Red Ranger would definitely be Roman Reigns. However, no, actually, Red Ranger would be Cody. Roman Reigns would be the Green Ranger. And then he would become the White Ranger.
I'm not mad at that.
I see it.
Yep.
Yeah, this was a CT question. So we
Yeah,
can,
that was
we can definitely move on. for
This is
sure.
a gift to you, my friend.
Hashtag 414 Russ 999.
Yeah.
ACT. When are we getting the Power Rangers podcast? Just look at that.
Here's the thing. I'm so glad you asked that question. I try not to really promote any other podcast while I'm doing a podcast, but I will say I started something new, and that will be that. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube and my Facebook channel, go there. Very big special guest tomorrow, and we're doing an after show that's going to be completely different than the main show. So that will satisfy your question and need, and you can find all things me where you follow me. So thank you for asking that.
DeMarcus Curry with the $10.
Yeah.
Says, now that Truth is back, use him in a rematch against Cena and win the title at SummerSlam. Okay.
Wow.
Then they have Rollins cash in on Truth either the same night or Truth's first title defense. Then Cody Seth feud.
Now listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, Cody is the number one contender right now. He pinned Cena.
He did
When
pin
you
Cena.
pin a champion, you are the number one contender.
Sure.
Yeah.
However, I do not hate R-Truth winning the title and getting cashed in on immediately. However, that would make Seth Rollins have to go to SmackDown, which I've been saying he needs to. I am not opposed to that because my given choice is Cody winning the WWE title back, and then like he's not gonna hold it. They got to get cashed on. So either he takes it from Cody or he takes it from Truth immediately. It's got to be whoever wins that title gets cashed in on right there.
I don't know. There's something that Seth said on SmackDown that stuck with me. It was like,
What he say?
whoa.
Remember Friday?
When when he said that when he wins the Money in the Bank, he can go to any show.
He
Period.
can.
So I would only take that if
That's a good one.
like if Seth
Woo.
somehow split the contract and won both titles.
What?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Figure it out. There's creative.
If he split the contract and won both titles.
He cashed in and won both the WWE and the World Heavyweight title.
Okay. The only way that could happen is if he did it in a title versus title match at King and Queen of the Ring. Because that's Night of Champions.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're doing. Are they doing that again?
It says Night of Champions, King and Queen of the Ring.
No. But I'm saying, are they doing the World Champ versus WWE Champ again?
That's what I'm saying. If they were to do that, I think that's how that would facilitate your point.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's the next one?
Joshua McGaha for $10.
Yeah, man.
Just wanted to show some love to the best podcast in the world. Appreciate what y'all do.
Thank you.
Shout out to the Discord. Shout out indeed to the Discord.
Yeah,
man.
and if you want to be a member of the Discord, all you have to do is join the Patreon, patreon.com/Before the Bell podcast. And the Discord's always popping. We got crazy things, crazy talks, crazy conversations. Chris is in the Goon Goon room. We're always having a good time over there, so you make
Do
sure
you guys
check it out.
like the shirts, by the way? Like our merch. We really need you guys' feedback on it. If you guys have not had a chance, go to our merch store and give us your thoughts on some of your favorite designs, or if we need to get different designs. If we need to swap them out, or what's the name of it? Conclude the run.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let us know. Please tell us in the comments of this video. So after that, it's time to go to the post show, man.
Absolutely.
We got to get it in.
Yeah.
We have to. I need to know the stories of how y'all experienced Money in the Bank. I need to know what happened with you. And
Nothing happened with
before we get out of here, this is a lightning fast thing. Does anybody want to give a significant amount for that super chat so I can see Martin hit that solo Sokoa dance that he did at Money in the Bank? We'll give it a countdown of 20.
I like it.
20, 19,
Yeah.
18, 17,
17,
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Wheat.
3,
This is
Like we
crazy.
tapped out.
2,
Wheat.
No,
1.
don't.
Oh,
my God. Wow. At the end of the buzzer.
Come on, raise up.
Stanton with hold on, fellas, $99.
Yes. $99.99. Insane.
Yo, we got the widescreen. I'm gonna play the music for you.
Yeah.
man.
Or
Come
do y'all
on,
want to
bro.
sing it? Can we legally play music? How's that work, Mark? I don't know the.
We can't legally. We'll get demonetized if we play solos.
Oh, really?
All right. So what if you guys sang the song?
Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, oh, what is the ball? 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 Martin. Thank you, bro. Stanton, thank you,
brother.
Oh my God. Bro, he was hitting that joint.
It was something to see live,
Bro,
boy,
it was
tell
a
you.
joy to
Dude,
watch
this theme
that
goes
video.
so hard. It's like you
It does.
can't like. Oh man.
You made me want to download the song when I saw the video.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is actually kind of hard.
You haven't seen him dance to WAP by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, which I did over the weekend, but I'll talk about it on the Patreon.
Burns, what's coming up for you, man? How can they find you?
Hey man, I'm in DC at the end of the week with Josh Johnson. I'm gonna just hang there till the 18th. I'm gonna be there from the 13th to the 18th, just kicking it.
Marty Monroe, what's coming up for you, man?
Hey, Miami Villain Theater on now. We've moved the date to June 20th, 10:30 p.m. Come out, come celebrate Juneteenth with your boy. A lot of amazing Black performers from the Miami area, from the Florida area is going to be on this show, and it's going to be lit. So come out to Miami. I'm going to be there that whole week, kicking it, partying. So let's have a good time.
Nice. So you let Shane paint your face. I just realized that.
Yeah.
Well, because I was doing one of the shoots, and I was like, I'll do the shoot if you can help my face, because I can't.
Help your face is crazy.
Wait,
Help your face
Help-
is insane.
help with my
actually.
face paint.
No, that's not what you said.
Pause.
Yeah, oh, Lord have mercy.
Pause.
So this will be the only time I advertise this, only because this is specifically related to that question. With that said, I'm in town this week. I'm not going out of town this week. So tomorrow, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, my guest for CT Cinema is no other than the original Black Ranger, Walter Emmanuel Jones.
Oh.
And we will be discussing the movie Purple Rain. And the
Whoa.
after show is something else. So if y'all want to get in and get your specific fan questions, you got to join the exclusive site. But in the meantime, before the bell ringers, thank you guys so much for every one of your super chats. If you leave a super chat as this video is premiering, we will see it. We will give you your thank you as we air next week, and we appreciate you as always. As you see now on the screen as we're ending the show, the Patreon bell ringers, and we thank you guys for continuing your subscription. Thank you for supporting us. We cannot do this. We will not do this without you. So have an incredible week. Enjoy Raw.
Peace.
Look at you now, boy. Look at you now. Before the Bell Podcast, slamming all comers. Bloodlines, crime time, real bath water. The boy's mind burns a CT. On your way to the count, 1, 2, 3. For the Bell Podcast. Before the Bell Podcast. Bell ringers. Look at you now, boy. Look at you now.